Hey my friends, welcome to the Tradie Success Podcast. In this episode, we're going to talk about 3 things that happen to me in my trade business every year, and I had no idea why. And I'm going to share those with you today. December comes, the pressure comes on from clients, from staff, from every angle, from family, and you don't really realize the mess and the pressure that's happening and that you actually do have control over some of these things. But it starts with creating the awareness first and then strategizing to get out of it. One of the biggest things that I remember is the extra workload. And you guys been in business for a couple of years would know this. It just gets super pressurized because you've got clients with deadlines. You get extra inquiries because other trade businesses are failing to get out there because of their busyness. So there's 2 things that happen here. First of all, because of the rushy environment, the work quality drops. Work quality drops, people are rushing, they're leaving tools behind. I remember there was mistakes happening. Everything was happening because of this rushy environment. The fight or flight response is in, and a lot of pressure is on the team to get stuff done. And then all of that pressure flows back to you as the business owner. And because that pressure is on you as a business owner, then you start becoming rushy, you start being reactive to everything that's happening, and you lose control of the situation. And that's definitely what I went through. And the thing about this is understanding that this is a thing allows you to prepare early for it, which a lot of the academies of members have done. They're prepared. Back in October, we started preparing for December to be ready for December to start, and you have capacity to be able to wear the load. Because by wearing the load, you've actually got capacity to be available. You actually pick up on those opportunities where everyone else is dropping the ball. So that is a huge lesson that I learned, and now we use at my company and we teach in the academy for people to be able to prepare, structure the business in a certain way in preparation for this influx of workflow and pressure, which can happen throughout the year, and it's just being mindful and aware of that. So that was one of the biggest things. And then long term, that leads to burnout. And I've talked to so many business owners over the years where because of this pressure and because of the long hours and working 7 days a week and not getting a break in this period, they get to the end of the year and they're burnt out, staff are burnt out, and everyone is feeling the pressure and the load that they're wearing through that busy period. Usually relationships break down in this period, whether it's with family and with staff, if you fall victim to this situation. So December is coming. Just want you to be aware that this is something that definitely happens. Now, in terms of the burnout situation, it leads to point number 2, which is that your resources become inefficient. They become inefficient in a couple of different ways. First of all, you get a lot more non-billable time out trying to get materials, rushing to jobs, leaving tools behind like I mentioned earlier. But the big one that's going to hit you is because staff get overwhelmed and overloaded, they tend to take sick days, especially when you need the most to be at work. And guess who that load lands back on? It's you, the business owner, and the rest of the team wears that. So that might happen early in December. And then what happens is everyone else for the next week wears that extra load. So they're doing even more work, and then they're burnt out by the end of the week if you've got a bigger team. And then you might get 2 people call in sick. These sick days are a result of this overcapacity. You're doing too much and you're not able to handle the workload that's coming in. And obviously when all of these mistakes are happening, the rushiness is happening, and there's people taking sick days throughout December and annual leave, that's another thing that affects your efficiency. Across the board, you can't get the amount of hours you need to substitute the low levels of billable days that are available in your month in December. Because of all of the public holidays and because a lot of businesses shut down, you don't have as many billable days, and that's why you might feel like, why do I never make profit? Why am I always struggling to make what I normally make throughout the year? Well, usually it comes down to there's not as many billable days, more holidays, more sick leave, and total, when you look at the billable, unbillable efficiency calculator that we teach in the academy, you will see very clearly that that's the reason you're not able to make profit. Now, there are strategies around that. It's a bigger story, but I just wanted you to know that that's the thing that happens so you can start to think about it. The third thing was the amount of opportunities I missed out on because of this busyness, because of the December period. There's a huge amount of opportunity that's available to you as a business owner when you set yourself up right. Like I said, we started preparing in October in the Academy in our Freedom Fighters program to be prepared for this because we want to capture all of the opportunity when everyone else is failing. And we want to be able to be there available and pick up on this opportunity and win new clients and win more work as a result, which will then buffer the low billable hours, low billable days, and actually help really stimulate growth throughout the year. The other thing that happens is there's a huge strategic opportunity for you to be reflecting and planning into the new year through December. But if you are that overwhelmed, you can't even think about anything other than getting out and getting the jobs done because of the pressure from clients and the staff calling in sick and all of these situations that happen, then there's no planning or reflection really happens. By the time you're burnt out and you're into Christmas and you start the new year, you've only just got your energy back. So we really want to create an environment where you as the business owner has the time to reflect, look at the opportunities we've got, and prepare for January, which is just a stonker of a month where you get back to work and you're ready and refreshed, but there's no work. What should you do about that? And it's actually a result of everything that happened in December. So huge amount of takings. It took me like 8 or 9 years to figure this out. Lots of reflection, lots of analysis, because you don't get a chance to do it every month. And I think that's the power of collective knowledge, is that you actually have lots of data points to help make what's the best decision and all the moves that you can make. So I just want to encourage you guys to think about that. And if you want to know how to prepare for December and January, we've got a free training for you that you can check out. It's a snippet from one of our most powerful sessions leading up to December and January. So click on the link in the show notes, click the link in the post that you're looking at now, and you'll be able to go and check out the highlights of that, which is going to be definitely going deeper into what we've talked about today. If you want to know how to prepare and be a part of our community and doing that, well, reach out to us, go to our website. I'm looking forward to getting you in the program, smashing 2024, and I can't wait to see you then.